Welcome back to Miwa's Japanese kitchen. Today I'm going to introduce a traditional Japanese breakfast recipe. I also walk you through how the morning is like in my typical Japanese household. We are working parents and have 2 kids. On the weekday, I usually wake up at 5 a.m., then brush my teeth and go to toilet. And after that, first thing I do is cooking rice. Usually I rely on the rice cooker, but today I'd like to introduce how to make a rice in a pot. The sushi rice has been soaked in the water for overnight. Drain and top up the water. I usually do 1 cup of rice with a little more than 1 cup of water. Then I pop the lid and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, lower the heat and simmer it for 10 minutes. By the way, I have 2 clay pots which I think is the best way to cook rice with, but my clay pots are either too small or too big for my family of 4, so I'm using Le Creuset today, but you can just use any type of pot on hand. While we are waiting, I'll work on making miso soup. Slice onion thinly. In a pot, place dashi packet and onion in water. Bring it to a boil, then lower the heat to medium. Cook it for about 5 minutes or so. Discard dashi packet. Continue to cook until the onion are cooked through. Cut silken tofu into half-inch cubes. Add tofu and wakame seaweed. Cook it for another 2 minutes or so. By the way, I made a video about Japanese soup stock, which we call it Dashi in Japanese, plus a couple miso soup ideas. I'll link on the box below in case you are looking for more miso soup ideas. After 2 minutes, off the heat and dissolve the miso paste. I'm using yellow miso paste, but depending on the mood, I often switch to red miso or white miso or even mix them together. Back to rice. After 10 minutes, off the heat and steam it for another 15 minutes. It's 6 o'clock. My younger son, who is 2 years old, should wake up between 5:30 to 6. He still needs me a lot, so every morning I give him a cuddle for about 15 minutes. So I have to finish most of my housework before he wakes up. After I give him a cuddle, back onto the kitchen routine, moving on to the side dish number 1, spinach salad. Bring the water to a boil and blanch the spinach for about 1 minute. Let it cool under the tap water or ice bath to stop the cooking process. You can keep the vibrant green color by blanching it. Drain the water and squeeze the excess moisture. Cut into bite size and transfer onto the plate. Drizzle some dashi soy sauce and sprinkle some bonito flakes. For dashi soy sauce, you can always get one in local supermarket if you are based in Japan. I also happen to have a recipe on my website if you are looking for a homemade version. Again, link is on the box below. I always prep spinach the day before and put them into the container like this. For the main dish, I have a salted salmon which I got from the local supermarket. If you go to the supermarket in Japan, you will see salted salmon and unsalted salmon in the same section. I'm getting salted salmon which I call shiojake in Japanese. Over the pan, I usually put the non-stick aluminum foil. Pan fry it for about 2 minutes on one side and then flip and cook it for another 3 minutes or so, or until the salmon becomes nice and golden. In Japanese kitchen, we normally have a griller at the bottom of stove. We grill fish, chickens, veggies for some small portions. But I'm too lazy to clean up the griller in the hectic morning, so in fact I barely use it. It looks like this. It's already 6:30, so I only have 1 hour before off to work. And I'm making one more side dish, which is a cucumber crab stick pickle. Slice cucumber finely, sprinkle some salt and massage them, then rest for 5 minutes. Squeeze the excess moisture, and what's happening here is I'm trying to draw out the liquid from cucumber so that the cucumber will stay crunchy after tossing with the dressing. Rehydrate the wakame seaweed in water, then drain and squeeze. In Japanese, there is a 4-character idiom called ichiju sansai, means we got to have 3 dishes along with bowl of rice and soup. Ichiju sansai is supposed to be very well balanced, which I can't always follow in my real life because I'm too busy, although I'm trying to do. In a bowl, add sugar, and rice vinegar and soy sauce. Then mix them well. In goes cucumber, wakame seaweed, and shredded crab stick. Toss them together and keep it in the fridge for 10 minutes before you serve it. By the time my rice should be done, open the lid and roughly mix them. I love this moment. Rice are so shiny and smells aromatic, made me so hungry. Now time to assemble everything on the table. Place bowl of rice and miso soup in front. 3 dishes on the back. Of course we eat with the chopsticks. I'm making well-organized table for the filming, but in reality, I never had a time to put the cross on the table. If you are curious what I make and how I prepare for my family in real life, please check my Instagram, I linked on the box below. Also, if you are vegan, check out my vegan Japanese breakfast video. People think I eat a lot in the morning, just because I eat less at night and eat a lot on breakfast. I usually don't have much time to sit and enjoy the dinner on the weekday dinner time, since my kids always get me so busy and my husband usually came back after kids are asleep. So when I wake up, I usually starving. I want to make as healthy as possible since the breakfast is the first meal for the body to absorb. My family also enjoy the Western style breakfast like toast with butter, granolas. For the Japanese style breakfast, I make about a couple times a week when I got more time. Japanese breakfast is my comforting food. I'm curious, what's yours? That's it for today. I hope this video gave you a little inspiration on your breakfast ideas. And is my morning similar to yours? If your parents might be similar, but if you're not, then completely different. I'm so curious what your morning is like, so let me know in the comment below. And for the next recipe, I'm introducing my favorite salmon recipe. So don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, please like, and see you on the next video. Bye bye, mata ne.